of vultures already here. If you look at the smaller ones, those hanging outside with pink faces, those are the hooded vultures. And the rest of the center there, the bigger ones, some of them are looking more like rugby players, isn't it? Those are the white-backed vultures. And the taller birds in black and white, those are not vultures. Those are the marabu storks. Also other fascinating birds, those ones. But I'll talk much about marabu storks later. Let me quickly get back to the reasons why we are taking these vultures. Is it because vultures are starving in the world out there? No. Vultures have plenty of food in the world, but studies have been done to ascertain the reason why the vulture population has been dropping year in, year out. And after those studies, a lot of results were pointing at us human beings. How then do we get involved? It was discovered, ladies and gentlemen, that vultures are facing a variety of human-created challenges. If you look at a vulture, just check the wingspan. They range from 1.5 meters to 2.5 meters. So, whenever a vulture location flies, it can't easily change direction. Vultures cannot change direction at a short notice. So they sometimes collide on those electric lines, they get electrocuted. Sometimes they can be lucky not to be electrocuted, but once they crash land, they sometimes break their legs or their wings. Once one of those gadgets is lost, they won't be able to take off, then they become vulnerable, falling prey to predators such as cats, hyenas, or even jackals. That affects our vulture population. Well, we do have another problem with some of our farmers. Some of our farmers practice subsistence farming, and in some of our regions, there is no much of crop production. So most of their wealth lies in the number of livestock they own. So if a farmer wakes up in the morning, checking on his livestock, only to find out that one or two beasts have been killed by predators, that would be a great loss to that farmer. So what they think of is to eliminate or to do away with those predators once and for all, so that there won't be any such losses in the future. That's when they come up with ideas such as putting poison on the leftover carcass, hoping that if those predators come to finish their kill, they feed on poisoned meat and all die, but forgetting that those predators are also very, very sensitive animals. Whenever they sense human movement, especially in the early hours of the morning, they quickly move back into the wild where they belong. And when it's daylight, what comes first is a vulture. As you can see right now in front of us, ladies and gentlemen, these are gregarious birds. They always feed in large numbers. So imagine if I had put poison to this place, how many vultures out there feed in just 5 to 10 minutes? It means this whole flock which came here today can disappear on just one carcass. But remember, vultures do not multiply all that fast. A single vulture lays a single egg every year, which takes 53 to 56 days to hatch. Once it's hatched, a vulture doesn't leave the mother's nest until it's a sub-adult, which will take another 4 to 5 months. So for us to come up with a flock that came here today, it can take 8 even to 12 years. And imagine that all the birds which came here were all females, having babies baking the nest. That would also mean the number of babies we just lost. Because if the mother die here and feed inside, it means those babies will also die in the nest. That is of starvation. But if the poison is strong enough to kill this vulture inside, that would also mean to say they'll be taking home poison stuff, which they'll regurgitate their young ones, which will die in the nest, and the mothers later on die. All that affects our vulture population. Well, we do have another problem, the biggest problem, poachers. Poachers do poison carcasses so that they wipe out all the vultures, because they believe vultures eating the catch or show the game rangers the location of a poached animal. I'll just give you one example which took place in Botswana. That was in 2019. Poachers came to kill elephants, and after extracting the tusk, they left the poison on those elephant carcasses. And you won't believe the number of vultures which died in just 3 weeks. 537 vultures were killed in just 2 weeks, and those are not the only vultures who died. Some stayed away, died somewhere else, some left their eggs, some left their young ones. So the number could be twice or more, and so far it's recorded as the biggest loss in history, which was a massive destruction. Well, without wasting much of our time, ladies and gentlemen, if you look in our African savannas, there are sometimes diseases out there, foot and mouth, for example, anthrax, rabies. But as human beings, we have never been bothered that much with those diseases. Why? It's because of the vultures. They've been always standing in between us and diseases. Whenever there are carcasses in the wild, these days they're quickly getting take all the meatish part of the carcass. Once they are done, another set of scavengers like hyenas, jackals, they also get in, take the bones, and the carcass is quickly recycled before diseases are spread to us human beings, even to the wildlife as well as to our livestock. So these vultures have been looking after us for generations and generations. And look at what some of our people do. They are returning the favor by reducing their numbers, which is very, very wrong. So, in short, I would like to say to you, my guests, it's never too late to save the vultures. That can start here today with you and me. Some of you have taken nice photos, good videos, and I know most of the time people decorate houses, offices with those photos. Sometimes replay and play your videos, but I always advise my guests that there's another way of using those photos and videos. You just edit them, make your own short documentaries, send them out to relatives and friends who never had the chance to come closer to the vultures. And by doing that, surely you would have helped us very, very much in this vulture awareness campaign, so that we always have vultures for the future generations, for the good of the ecosystem, as well as to teach or educate one another to live in harmony with nature. Those are some of the reasons, ladies and gentlemen, why we established this restaurant here, which we call the Vulture Restaurant. And this is where we practice the Vulture Culture. Thank you very, very much for listening. Thank you so much. Sorry? I always put water on that man-made basin there, but today I didn't have a lot of water, so I just put more. But normally I put water for them. Is there any other question, ladies and gentlemen? Anyone with a question? Very clear. Okay, thank you so much. So, for those of you who might happen to be here in the evening, you might also get chances to photograph spotted hyenas. Yes. These ones they can get to 10-1, even to 30 years. But they live longer, especially in captivity, because they won't have a lot of challenges with the technique. Yeah, they can. Yeah. 21 to 30 years. Yes. And this is their breeding time. You can see. Yes, this is their. Yes. They are making eggs right now. All right. So I was saying, if you happen to be in the evening, you might also get chances to photograph spotted hyenas. That's the biggest reason why I don't carry brooms to sweep my restaurant here. It's a self-cleaning restaurant. But never come down here where we are right now for hyena photos, please. It's very dangerous. This hotel is built in a national park, so we do have dangerous animals which always roam around here during the night. So for hyena photos, you can send yourself on top there, where I did the introduction. We do have good chairs, good floodlights, then you can take a nice photo from up there. Normally when the sun sets, so our sun sets at around 7. So from around 7 to around 9, you might be lucky to see spotted hyenas here. And if you also happen to be here again tomorrow afternoon, if you still want to join me, this is the only restaurant which never closed, even during the lockdown period. It opens every day, same hour, 1 o'clock, same waiter, and maybe these same customers here. So you are always welcome to join me. As for now, please enjoy your stay, and thank you very, very much for your support.